Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to do a showcase on this new LR Hybrid Saiyan Trio card. This is the free-to-play LR for the year 7 anniversary. The big knock that the 7th year anniversary gets is that the free-to-play unit's quality isn't as good. So we're going to try out this guy for ourselves and see how they're looking. The one thing I can tell you already is there is a little bit of wonkiness to their passive in terms of team building if you want to fully optimize the unit. Now, you could just run the unit not fully optimized and they would probably still do okay. But we're going to see what they look like pretty darn optimized and see if we like the numbers or not. So their leader skill is Hybrid Saiyans and Join Forces, 120 stats. That's a good battlefield leader skill for sure. Not outside of that, though, you're probably not going to use it. Super attack effect raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does colossal damage. And then the 18 key massively raises attack for 1 turn and does mega colossal. And then the passive, they get an entrance animation, which I have turned off right now, so you won't really get to see it, but they have one. Key +3, plus attack and defense 70% for 7 turns from start of turn. So that's the one thing is, once you go past 7 turns, they're actually just going to lose that chunk of their passive. So that's kind of unfortunate. They get attack and defense 70% just at start of turn. They get key +1 and an additional attack +70 if there's a Goku on the team. And then they get an additional key +1 and defense 70 if that ally is attacking in the same turn. And then they get a key +1 and 70% defense if there's a Vegeta on the team. And then another 1 key and 70% if that ally is attacking in the same turn. So with the proper setup, he's getting 2 key in attack and defense 70 for having a Vegeta. And then 2 key in attack and defense 70 for having a Goku. And what's really nice is one of his better linking partners is actually this guy on Buu Saga. This guy, or you could run the I think there's the other Goku Vegeta card, Buu Saga, that you could use. So if you'd pick a dual card like this, I believe this should count for the full passive. So you would ideally just want to run him on rotation with one of these duo Goku Vegeta cards. So that's what we're going to do. They share 4 links, which is decent, right? So we're going to see starter turn defense. I mean, 238k starter turn defense isn't the worst. I really wish that pot of green orbs was available. I could put Vegito in slot 1. We'd get an extra link, but I guarantee you Vegito is going to take him out. So let's just go ahead, and I guess we'll just grab that. This will still be an 18 key super. We'll grab this. And then we'll grab that. All right, let's see what we're looking like here. So it's 238k starter turn defense. He gets a little bit of defense on 12 key, but not on 18 key. So 5 mil. 5 mil isn't bad. The thing you have to think about when you're looking at this unit, right, is he literally is kind of just stats. Like, he doesn't have any utility. He doesn't have any built-in additional. He doesn't have any built-in crit. He doesn't support nothing, right? So when you look at that 5 mil attack stat, you're like, well, that's pretty solid for a free-to-play unit, 238k defense. Yeah, that's fine. But then you look at Master Roshi. Master Roshi is the year 6 LR in the same spot. Master Roshi can also put up 5 mil attack stats, but he can also dodge. He also supports. He also has revive mechanic. Roshi just does so much more. It's actually perplexing to me how much better Roshi is than this guy, and he's a year older. In the exact same slot for free-to-play unit. So that, I think, is why people criticize it. I don't know. It's probably not fair to say that this unit's outright bad. Like, they're not bad. Like, they can put up some decent attack stats. The defense is okay. Are they a unit you're going to choose for Red Zone? Probably not. Roshi, I would argue, yeah, you can bring Roshi into Red Zone and really bank on getting that revive mechanic off. That I was getting to the point, I just recorded my Broly victory finally, but I was about to get to the point where I was going to run like a Repsa U7 team with UI Gokus and Vegetas and Roshis just to have all these revives sitting around, but I know that wouldn't have worked because you can't dodge and they're not defensively good enough, but I was getting to the point where I was going to maybe toss in a revive unit or something just to say, okay, we'll eat that Broly AoE and then just revive from it, but I don't think that would have gone over very well. All right, so right here, let's see, do we get some... Ooh, we actually link up pretty well with this TN. Not pretty well, but we're getting solid support in Cold Judgment here. So with Cold Judgment, they're over 300k defense if you can get that Cold Judgment activated, which isn't bad. We'll see. I'm going to put them in slot 2 here, and I'm going to hope Vegito with type disadvantage doesn't just take them out, because this can be a really nice attack set if we can get it off. We'll see. Hopefully Vegito doesn't go crazy and do a million supers with crits. As long as Vegito doesn't crit, I think we're fine. The one thing I found with this STR Vegito in Red Zone, like, he's super good for, like, the transformation and Scouter, but boy, he cannot take a hit. He defensively just is not good. I'm actually liking Tech Gogeta a little bit more because he gets damage reduction when he transforms. Okay, thank goodness we did not crit there. And then 6.2. Okay. So 6.2 mil with a 300k attack stat, that's good. But keep in mind that this team is like built extremely around this unit. You actually don't have to do too much setup though. If you're running Buu Saga and you're going to run a rotation of this Gohan with LR Vegito, that's really all you have to do for setup. It's not like you have to have a bunch of separate Goku and Vegetas. Now keep in mind, after 7 turns, we're going to lose that chunk of the passive. So we're going to see... Actually, I'm going to try to just like not super very much here. We'll just do this. I'm going to be kind of curious to see what he looks like after turn 7. Because he's going to lose 1 key and 77, I think it was 70% attack and defense. He's going to lose after 7 turns. I don't know why they did that. Why make him lose stats after 7 turns? Like, why? Like, he's definitely not breaking the game right now. I don't know why you're going to make him worse after 7 turns. I could see, like, maybe he loses attack and defense after 7 turns, but then maybe gets damage reduction or dodge or something. But he's just got no utility, right? And on Buu Saga being such a stacked team, I mean, you're going to be running... There's other units that are going to put up better numbers and or have more utility than this guy. I think that's the other issue. Unless you're like a brand spanking new player and you have very limited box, like, yeah, this guy's definitely runnable. So there's 5.7. So now he's consistently, like, when you're running him with support next to this Goku Vegeta unit, I mean, he's hitting 5 to 6 mil attack stats. Like, that's good. Like, his attack stats are good. He's just not providing much else for the team, right? Okay. All right, so let's get, what are we at? Yeah, we're on turn 6. So next turn will be turn 7, so I think turn 7 he'll still count for having the stats, but I want to go deep enough to see that fall off, just to see how he's looking after it falls off. Because it may be that this unit isn't built for longer events, which is fine. He doesn't really stack, right? The other thing we're not really seeing is that he does get a little defense on 12 key super, but we've only been doing 18 key supers. That defense you won't see because it's a 1-turn defensive buff, so you know, if you want to defend something, you'd maybe try for the 12 key. But you notice, like, with his key setup, he is starting at 18 key pretty much every turn. So that is good. Like, it's really easy to get those attack stats, right? How we link in slot 2. So we're just getting a little bit more there, not too much, just shattering the limit. So we're fine. We'll leave him right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Vegito can do that. And then Gohan will do that. Defense, 238. Yeah, so when you don't have Cold Judgment is a ridiculous link. If you're getting Cold Judgment, that helps this guy out a lot. So here we are, 5.5 mil. 238k defense. But yeah, with Cold Judgment, he's actually looking pretty solid defensively. 300k defense... It's good enough for normals in Red Zone, so that is impressive. Like, I will give him that. Like, for free-to-play stats, I don't think my problem is with his actual stats, like his numbers. His defense in offense, for what he is as a free-to-play LR, I think are good enough. It's just he provides no other utility outside of that, and Roshi has, like, 3 other things he does. 3 or 4 other things he does. So, to reiterate, the unit isn't bad. There's just better free-to-play units out there, and I think the expectation with this guy is he's as good, if not better, than Roshi, because this is the same anniversary LR just a year later. So I think that's where the disappointment lies, is that he should have been, like, the best free-to-play unit in the game when he dropped in JP. Like, he should have been the best free-to-play unit. And he's not. He is not. I might even like version Z Goku better than this guy, just because version Z Goku's at least supporting. He's a good link partner for that Kaioken Goku. And he can still hit like 5 mil attack stats himself. Defensively, this guy's better than version Z Goku, I would say. But that's pretty much where it ends, right? Okay. So we're on turn 9. Okay, now look at this. The key just dropped off. Look at that. Now he's only at 13 key. So we can definitely see the big drop off. His defense now is only 200k. If we get Cold Judgment, it's only 208. So yeah, like losing those stats is just detrimental to this guy. Let's see what his attack stats looking like now. Now that the stats have fallen off, how's this guy looking after turn 7? Let's see how he's looking after turn 7. Only 200k defense. That's actually pretty bad now. And then 4.5, I mean, he's still hitting decently hard, but man, that defense fall off is pretty bad, and then you're losing all the ki also. So I would say try to keep this guy to shorter events if you can. But not a bad little free-to-play unit. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this Hybrid Saiyan Trio card. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.